Good morning everyone, how are we all doing today? Beautiful day again, hopefully this weather lasts. Right, today, as I said yesterday, we're going to be tiling the roof. We're going to be making a start, and hopefully by the end of the week we're going to get the front side of this house completely tiled, or at least close to completely tiled as we can get it. I had a look online last night at composite cladding, and there's a place, I think Travis Perkins and Dewson's do this stuff, so I'm going to pop down lunchtime and have a look at that. But I have a feeling I'm going to go with a grey. I think that any other colour is just going to look odd. White, because the windows are going to be white sash windows. I don't want to clad it in white. I think that might look a bit cheap. I don't want to try and go for a red to match the tiles, because I think that might look cheap as well. It just won't match. And I find that grey is quite a neutral colour, and I've seen it on lots of places. It's quite a nice looking colour, so I think that should work quite well. A lot of you are saying I should lead or zinc it. I am not capable in any way, shape or form to do lead myself. I could probably I'm going to do a little bit of flashing here and there, but that's probably the extent of my skill. So if I try and lead it, it's just going to look crap, so I'm not going to bother. Right, enough of that. Let's get up onto the roof and we're going to make a start on the tiling.
Oh yeah! Through my head like a jet plane, going with the lights on. Turns out it started with a fight tonight. See me in the car going right to your door. 5 minutes later, I'm down on the floor.
Righto, we got some of the tiling done. I'll tell you what, that was enjoyable. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy doing this. I think it's going to be a bit of a stretch to have it done by Friday, but today's Wednesday, so 2 days, I don't think we'll be far off. But right, I'll just show you exactly what we've done today. Right, so first off, I went all the way along here, as you saw, and I put the sprockets in, and also I put the eaves tray damp in, so that goes up, that's in there. I screwed the eaves tiles down, and also I screwed these tiles down just because there's a chance they could move around a little bit. Yeah, I went along and set out all the way along. On this end, it works out. Oh, basically, yeah, I was using a piece of batten on the other end, on that end over there, to set out how far the lap is over, because obviously I need to put the cement board in there and fill that in and muck these in afterwards. But that is how much I need to cut off of this one. Only a little fraction needs zipping off. So we're going to start at that end and we're going to work this way, as you can see. So along here is where I used a bit of batten, and just to get the gauging right, I gauged that. That's enough, so I can slide the bit of fibre board in there and then muck that in afterwards. Gone all the way up to there, just to the underside of next to the chimney stack. As you can see, up the edge here is a little bit of a wobble in those tiles, but I don't think that's a problem. When I come and muck these tiles in, I could just push that and that should shimmy that over. But I'm not really that bothered, because as I'm going to have cladding on here, I've got to batten it out anyway. And as you can see, all the soakers going up there, I hope they're right. I'm going to tack them all in when I do the cladding. I'm probably going to do the cladding off a ladder, just have it sit down here and up and just do it off there, which I don't see being a problem. I'm going to come along here as I have done here. So basically tomorrow morning what I'm going to aim to do is I'm going to jump up there and talk to you about what's up there, but basically I'm going to finish tiling that section up there and probably do this dormer, and then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to pull these tiles all the way along, much like I have done here, to here, so it looks, so that sort of rack back is going to rack back from here, and then we're going to go straight up that middle tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow afternoon. Or late morning, so we're going to go right up there and start up the top in filling all that, and then hopefully on Friday I'll do exactly the same thing again. I'll come along here, in fact I probably won't rack it back here, I'll probably just come straight to this end, and then we'll hopefully work our way up and do this massive section in here. So we'll probably have to come back to this section next week, but that's the aim. Right, let's jump up over by that chimney and show you what I'm going to show you. Well, you can get a better view of those soakers there going all the way up. Hopefully they're lapped in correctly, and I'll just nail him into that wall, that timber, when I'm ready for it. Okay, as you can see here, I've started to set out for the valley tiles. Now ignore the little gap in the bottom there, because I need to put another batten through there for the eaves tiles to sit on, so there is going to be another tile in the bottom there where you see that gap. But basically, I'm going to ask you all the questions, so down in the comments please. I'm assuming that this is how the tiles go. I've had a little play around, as you saw in the end of that time lapse, so that is what I think how they're gonna go. And they pretty much work out half bond. They might need a little bit of jiggery pokery. They're probably a little bit out, but I don't mind hiding a cut down this end against the chimney stack. So that's one thing I'd like you guys to let me know for tomorrow. And also, am I of the understanding that you don't actually need to nail the valley tiles down? They just sit there. Because I'll go over there. As I was saying, do I need to actually nail them? Because you can see these little holes here, they're not actually holes. They are little divots on this side. And then on the other side, they are again little divots. Don't know if you can see that there. So my guess is that you probably do. Let's change that exposure. You probably do nail them in, but is it a necessity? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. That would be greatly appreciated. There's a shot on the other side of that chimney with those few soakers in there. I'm probably going to trim down the soakers for when I do the lead. and this soaker at the bottom here it's sticking out, so I'm probably going to chop that off. In fact, I might even take that out. I'm not sure there, and there is a little cut that I need to figure out. I'll probably just lead that bit at the bottom where there's a tile missing. And as you can see, yeah, back the efflorescence is back. And on the way down, I'll show you the little test section I did, but it's pretty much, you were all correct, and I sort of pretty much knew you would all be correct in the fact that it does come back, but I thought I'd just test it anyway. Okay, so this is where we're going to start tomorrow morning. We're going to come up here and start just doing these infill, these cuts. I'm going to get this section, the valley, up to the top where the ridge would be, and then I'll come this way, and then I'll go this way along. I'll get this dormer set in, and then I'll put those few battens across the front that I said I was going to do, and we'll do those across the front, and then I'll probably work my way backwards along here, and then yeah, basically infill this whole top section and just sort of work my way that way, really. Cool. Yeah, it's a bit awkward doing that, but we've done it now. Yeah, looking very nice. I'm happy with that. Happy with that progress. Right, as I'm working my way down, I thought we'd do an efflorescence update. I've had a few people asking. No change. It's come back as we all thought it would. I don't think it's come back worse, but it's definitely come back. So I'm pretty much certain that was going to happen. I know a lot of you were like, oh my god, no, what are you doing? But I did it so that we could have a little test and have a little see what was going to happen. Now we know what happens. We'll move on. I'll probably move on to the next one. Like, I'll probably do muric acid. I'll probably jet wash a part of it. I'll probably try the vinegar on someone. So yeah, we'll do little tests. I'll probably just do it on this section here because, well, it's pretty obvious, so maybe I shouldn't do it on this section, but we've started here, so we might as well do each little test on here. So there will be future efflorescence updates as we go. Just before we go, I just wanted to say, how good does this look with everything a little bit overgrown, a few weeds coming up through it? I think that looks well established. I don't know if you probably guessed by now, but I like old, haggard, overgrown looking things. So this, I think it's a shame about these few bits here. I should have moved them, but I think that looks great. But unfortunately it is going to come to an end, so it will go, but we're doing the roof first. So once the roof's done, then there'll probably be the demolition episode where we take this down. But if you guys haven't seen me building this, I'll leave a card to it just up here. Right, I'll leave it there for this episode, guys. We're going to smash some more of those tiles tomorrow. So if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like down below, subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you guys bright and breezy tomorrow morning. Have a good evening. I will see you guys then. Take care. Ta-ra.